All right. Well, I want to thank everybody today. Good afternoon. Thanks everyone for their promptness and looking forward to our conversation this afternoon. My name is Melissa Nunez. I am the Chief Operating Officer of Citrus. And it is our honor. We've been deciding to do these quarterly webinars, and what we wanted to do was host and highlight some of our great partners that we've been working with over the course of the last few years. And I feel like this more than ever, this organization, CharacterDaily, it's really been on the cutting edge and right now more relevant than ever in the current environment within schools, especially given what new learning environments our students are undergoing with COVID, and it's constantly changing. So it is an honor to have us. Joining with us today is Jeannie Kraft, who is one of the creators, developers, and the brains operations behind this great app called CharacterDaily. And so wanted to get a chance to turn it over to Jeannie so that she could give a kind of a quick background on the development of the app, kind of how it came to be, the great features that there are. And then we're going to open it up afterwards for questions and answers. There is a chat feature, if you guys see that on there. If you want to send me over any questions throughout, please feel free to do so. And we will do a question and answer towards the end, probably about 15 minutes or 15, 20 minutes or so. Jeannie will give us a quick overview and then we'll open that up. So thank you everyone for attending, and Jeannie, the floor is all yours.
Thank you, Melissa. I am so excited to be here. Thanks for having me. And even more excited to share the app with you. And especially to talk about it as a valuable digital tool to help with our educational technology trends and needs. And, as this really seems to be the biggest wave in education these days, technology. So, so I have a little presentation here, and let me I hope this works when I press the button. Okay.
Great.
So let's start this. So this is like a 15 to 20 minute. Can everyone see that? Do I have any issues there? I know, Melissa, you'll tell me in the chat if people can't see it, okay?
I'm good. Yep, we're good. Thank you.
Okay, great. So yeah, welcome to delivering character in a digital world. This is like a 15 to 20 minute little slide presentation. And today's conversation, just to give you a quick synopsis of what we're going to be talking about, will be I'll share with you about CharacterDaily, who we are, and the Character Counts app. And then we'll navigate to our website, and I will show you kind of give you the highlights of the marketing website. I'll show you the tutorial and the videogram, and we're actually going to get into the app. So we'll show you give you kind of a walkthrough of the app itself. Okay, there we go. And next we're going to be sharing some market research with you and our outcomes and kind of like where we're headed with the app. And we'll also be sharing a little video with you of testimonials, which some teachers who have used the app in their schools and in their classrooms, and they're going to be sharing their feedback with you in this little video. And then we will share with you what we're doing out there in social media, and then we'll talk about pricing, kind of share with you what we're doing with pricing, and we have a special offer for you guys today. Okay, let's get started. So, CharacterDaily. We design affordable and scalable technology solutions to help develop comprehensive character development programs. And we partner with really prominent content providers such as Character Counts to provide scalable and really their curricula and their resources are very customized, and we provide it for our educators, parents, and students. Character Counts has had some great creds. They've been in the industry for, I think, a little over 30 years, and they've reached over 8 million youth globally. And our first digital solution is the Character Counts app. So EdTech, State of Technology and Education, they had their report for 2020-2021, says that using technology to engage students and boost collaboration has jumped up this year. But updating technology and providing technology training has significantly dropped. And also with COVID-19 changing the way we teach and the way we learn, and not just that, but also the social routines and behaviors and all the changes that have been happening there. The need for digital technology in the education space to adapt to these new environments has been a big priority. So really, our whole approach was to identify issues out there in the education space and respond with innovation and clarity. And with the growing need for easy to use technology and dynamic teaching content, developing the app was really a logical solution for us. We developed the app with the idea that we could create a digital path to character-based lessons and integrate character seamlessly into existing curricula, so educators wouldn't have to work hard to teach character in whatever environment that they're in. So this modern classroom that we have, I tell you, it's more than a physical room, right? It's also digital space for learning and for collaboration. I know it's the educators' landscape has shifted and modalities of teaching have pivoted to them using more digital and an increased use of technology. Mastering the digital classroom has really become essential these days. So our app is really a tool for building character in a student-centered learning environment through collaboration, through creativity, through communication, through critical thinking, whether students are in school or at home. So there are many character education resources out there, and our goal was to filter through all of it for the educator to provide them with a solution to really this whole paradox of choice. So we would filter through it for them, and we would provide the educator and develop a system for them that really delivered relevant and engaging content that was quickly and received and organized in such a way that really allowed the educator to just tap a button just to find the content. The content is filtered by topic and grade level. It's customized by the user, and there's no more sifting through the internet or the books or resources to find resources, and it really ultimately saves a lot of money and a lot of time. So it really does provide a cost-effective approach to teaching character. The app is it's a powerful lesson planning tool. Many teachers, they may avoid or procrastinate or really dislike lesson planning to begin with. So, there are features in our app that provide some really good organization features. So it makes it more efficient and for the educator in their lesson planning and beginning of the week, beginning of a month, or what have you, for organizing their whole systems. The whole goal is to really make character teaching easy to do and convenient, and it's kind of like hashtag no excuses. So the framework, it's a framework. We're more than just a curriculum. It's an entire framework for teaching. It's comprehensive and dynamic. It's at your fingertips. It's easy to use. And the content is provided in many forms. There are many choices. We want to support the educators' teaching styles and pedagogies. So we want to provide a variety of resources and a diversity of application. For example, we've got quotes, we've got lessons and stories and songs, challenging inspirations and video clips, just to name a few. And as we go through the app, we'll see these things as well. So there are literally hundreds of dollars worth of resources and of content in the app, and thousands of items that are in there for the school and the homeschool educator, and really for any person interacting with a student, such as a school staff member, an administrator, a coach, a parent, or a guardian. It's been good for the adult as well, and it provides some really interesting dinner conversations. I know we were just away with my family, and I have older children, so it's kind of the only time we get to see them is when we're away somewhere. They're from all parts of the country, and we do the daily inspiration. That's one of the features in the app, which I'll be showing you, and it's really fun. I mean, every night at dinner we talk about, okay, so based on the inspiration we read this morning, what'd you think? And we get some really interesting conversations. So, these type of things, if you're involving more than just the student, and if you've got everyone in the whole whole school actually there's call to actions for everyone. So it really does help create a very comprehensive program, for a comprehensive development program in the schools and in any youth serving organization. So let's here we're going to just go right to our website, and we'll see. Okay, so CharacterDaily.com is the website. And just to scroll through here real quickly, I'll just go down here and I'll get to the top part later. But as you can see, we align with the 9 components of character, social, emotional development, which is recently published model standards by character.org. We just highlight some features in here. We talk about, here are some testimonials from various educators and users of the app. We feature some highlights here. We talk about accessing the app here and some pricing options, contact us, and about us. So just for now, I want to do a quick look at our tutorial. So this is a self-propelled tutorial. So you click on start, and basically you can go through. I'm just going to jump to click the menu here. As you can see, there are many items on here. These represent each feature on the app. And if you didn't want to go through each one consecutively, you just go in there, find the one you want, and click on it. So hopefully this helps you efficiently navigate the app. So what I'd like to do now is come back to our website, and here I'm going to show you a videogram, which is a audiovisual representation, a very upbeat representation of the app. It's 2 minutes long, and I'm hoping that it streams well. Let me open it up. And I apologize in advance. Sometimes when you're on these things, you don't quite hear the sound as clear. So let's. Okay, hope that all works for you. So back to the website here, right over here, we can see this is how we access the app. So we have 2 platforms that are available. The first one here is our web access, and actually a year or so ago we did not have the web access, and we took a lot of feedback and from users and different educators, and we added this piece of it, and educators love the fact that they can come into their classroom with their computer, put it on the browser, and project it onto their screens. In addition, we have the mobile, which is for the Apple or the Android and any tablet that you have. So you're literally on your phone. We have a responsive website, so you can open up the website if you like on your phone and just click on the Apple Store or the Google Play, and that will bring you right into your stores. So you can just click on it and you can download it on your phones. So for right now, and also if you register on the web application or the mobile application, please know that you can actually use all of them. You have your email address that you use and a password that you create, and you'll be able to access either one very easily. So let's go into the app. So here we are. It opens up on the web version, and everything is the same between the web and the mobile. They're just structured a little bit differently. So you'll see your whole, this is the home screen, and you'll see your dashboard over here, your menu over here on the left, and you can navigate the whole app from the home screen. So the first thing that you will be brought into when you register and enter the app are your pillar settings. Now, you may recall I mentioned that we partnered with Character Counts, and the app is based on the framework of the 6 pillars at Character Counts, which they are listed here. You'll see an additional one. We've got a 7th one here. It's Introduction, and it represents all of these. So within Introduction for the month, you can see each month has a pillar assigned to it, and if you click Introduction, you'll see something for all 6 of the pillars in there as well. So if you don't want this order, if the school decides they want to do a different order, then start with the Introduction and work their way down to Citizenship for the first 7 months, and they would like to use, for example, Caring. We'll bring Caring up to the top, and you note that for the month of February, we're now on Caring. So we will save those changes, and we'll go back to our home screen, and as you can see, our pillar is Caring. So each day, the user receives a daily lesson, a daily inspiration, and a daily quote. Now, if you want more than this, or you want to see what's going on tomorrow, or you want to see what happened yesterday or last week, there is a whole month up here. Just click the month, and if you click on any of these, you'll come up with the same screen with the daily lesson, a daily inspiration, and a daily quote for that day. So for example, let's just go into a daily lesson. Here, a teacher goes in, reads it, and say they don't want to teach it right away. Say they're doing their lesson planning on, say, a Sunday night, and they procrastinate it. They waited till Sunday night. They like it. Okay, now I'm teaching, I'm going to add to a classroom. Okay, so I've already created my classroom. So let's just say I want to do this in my creative character advisory classroom. Just open it up and click it and add to classroom. So let's go to classrooms next, and you'll see creative advisory. I click on it, and here you see the lesson in there along with other lessons that I've saved. So we'll go back to the home screen, and let's just look. There's a daily inspiration. So the daily inspiration has been kind of fun, and we've gotten some great feedback on it. This was newly launched this past fall. And this is kind of a call to action for the whole school. A lot of principals have used this in their morning announcements, where they literally get on the PA system and they say, hey, today's daily inspiration for the Smith Charter School is, and they read it, and then they say, today let's rise to this challenge and make our character count. So it's just something that's very simple, and it's not something that's just for the student. It's great. It's good modeling to have, you know, the teachers and the admin and everyone in the whole school, the school staff, all involved. So say we did it, we mark it as completed, and now you can see it's marked as completed up here. Okay, back to the home screen. We go down and we've got a daily quote for every day. There's a daily quote as well. Then you can do the same things with it. Okay, so we'll go to classrooms, and just to mention in classrooms, you can create any classroom you like, upload an image if you like. This is a feature that's been very well received and really helps with organizing. there's something called favorites, right? So I'm going to go back to the home screen, click on this lesson, and I'm going to click favorites that maybe I'm going through real quickly, and I don't have time to put it in the classroom, but I do like it. I'll click favorites, go to my classroom, and you can see in favorites that lesson was saved. Like it's just a real quick saving, real quick system for managing. One other thing you can do in classrooms, and this was asked by many principals, if you want to share, for example, create a classroom for a grade band of say 10 different lessons, and you want all of that grade band on the same lessons, speaking that same language and concepts and traits and ideas for the week, you can actually click on save and put the emails in, and you can share that whole entire classroom with any other user on the app. So that's just another feature that we developed. So let's go down to tools. There are many tools in here that really help the teacher support them and give them all different resources to help them teach character. A fun one I like is songs. A great way to teach character, and I tell you, this is a great lesson for kids. You can click on it and you'll see lyrics for them, and you can help the kids to learn the lyrics, or maybe as an older class they can make up their own lyrics. It's kind of just a fun way to teach character. We have a section called resources. So in this section, there happen to be 17 folders in here now. This is extra material for the educator, for really whoever's using the app, just things to help them teach, things that help them assimilate character, teaching, and resources into their classroom. So we'll just look at newsletters, for example. And one other thing about this section is this can be customized. Any school group, if they have materials they would like to have just their group looking at, we can also customize it and put them in the app as well. So this is a newsletter it's a generic newsletter that was developed, but for our clients, this is a customized newsletter. Actually, they also do something called Spotlight on Character, where they take pictures in the schools, and really they want to tell the world about what they're doing. We add another section in here for them as well. So there's all kinds of good little nuggets in here. The video clips, you can see there's pictures and poster clips in here. Good stuff in here. So just go back to resources. Let's go to our search feature. So we have a great cross-referencing and sophisticated tagging technology, where we have just hundreds of, probably close to 1,000 different traits, character strengths, virtues, values, terms that are used, all related to character. Say for example, a first grade teacher walks into a classroom and the kids just aren't behaving great. They're kind of like grumpy and not treating each other well. So maybe she wants to find something on positivity so she can share right away, and we can filter it. We'll go over here and hit the grade band over here, K through 2, and you can see there's just a whole bunch of lessons. And here are lessons, our daily inspirations, and daily quote that populate the screen that they can very quickly access. So maybe a teacher wants to develop a module on positivity that they can do for the week. Well, they go in, they select their class, they select the items that they want, they open it up, and they just add it to a classroom. Maybe there's their first grade classroom, and they can keep adding, and then they'll have a whole bunch of things in there. Maybe they want to share it with other teachers in that grade band as well. So that's just some ideas you can do on with your search feature. So very quickly, that was I think a very, hopefully not too quick, the express version of a look at the app. So let's go back to our screen here. Okay. So how can we bring character into the classroom? We want to help the educators achieve the best possible results, right? But how do we do that? We provide resources so they can bring character into their classroom. We help them create the right kind of environment and tone so students will listen. working with students, as a teacher, working with young people, educators have an amazing opportunity to set the tone in their environments and in their classroom, and in their home as even as parents, and that are really going to make a difference, that are going to influence the type of day someone can have, right? That will inspire others to be the best they can be. So this app is a tool that can help with creating that environment that's conducive to making an impact. So market research and outcomes. You'll see on the bottom, I just put some things, I won't go through them, but just some highlights of like what's happening out there in the education and technology world. So first, we've been in research and development and piloting the app for almost 3 years, and we've received great feedback, and we've integrated many of the changes based on suggestions from various users and educators. One I just mentioned was we developed a web version of the app in response to a lot of feedback that we did receive. It's important to us to create value for our clients and to really provide a practical and excellent user experience. We actively solicit feedback from our users, and we will continue to provide more feedback to them with providing the best possible product that we can actually develop. So who's using the app? So we've got various, we've got schools, we've got school districts, school systems, we have youth organizations that have all been using the app. We have various feedbacks and favorable feedback from various teachers that say that it's made their teaching character easier, super efficient, they're more organized. It offers versatility in delivering and teaching, since it's both on the web and the mobile based, and it's used in a variety of settings, and they share all the different settings that they share, whether it's morning meetings, advisory, restorative circles, in counseling, and many creative ways that the app is being applied in the schools. So what's next? Well, we will continue to leverage technology for the educator and improve the app. We are continually working on updating and adding new features. We've added a handful of features since we launched our last launch this past fall. We are really looking at developing the parent and the student portal. And one piece of the student portal is it's like you're doing this, like the teachers are doing this, but is it working, right? So we want to put a measurement tool within the app that actually is going to do like little tiny mini assessments on, are they learning things, but are they retaining? Are they creating these habits, these good habits? And are they really impacting the student and making a difference for them? So we're looking at some reliable and valid measurement tools so we can add in there. So they're the next few things on our plate. So we asked some teachers what they thought about the Character Counts app, and this is what they said.
Hi, this is Miss Nigro from South Park High School, and my favorite thing about the Character Counts app is how organized it is.
I'm a fan of the Character Counts app. I like how you can customize the traits to your school's needs.
I use the Character Counts app every day. I use it for the quote of the day and the inspiration of the day to post on our dojo for the entire building.
The app has an abundant amount of resources, such as video clips to support the conversations around the traits. And the best part is the daily lessons, inspirations, and quotes that help support the real conversations in the classroom.
My teachers are using it for social emotional learning lessons, along with ideas for their morning and afternoon circles. We also have some teachers using it for the planner aspect of it. So here at School 30, we find the app to be amazing.
As the coordinator of Character Counts in our school, the app has truly transformed how we do character mornings. This app allows me to easily quiz based on our grade levels, as we are a pre-K to 8 school, of the different lessons, the quotes, and different things that we can do to tie into our pillar of the month. Thank you, CharacterDaily, for creating this app, as it has made the transformation to morning meetings seamless and much more effective.
here sharing a blog post that a teacher wrote on her blogspot. I will just scroll down as I share it with you. Happy to teach, journey of a lifelong learner. Christelle is a 5th grade and technology teacher and IT director at a school. She shares about how she used an activity for an MLK project with her students, and then lists some features that could be helpful for teachers. She then offers some good feedback, hoping that we develop a student portal and the ability for teachers to access multiple grade levels. Yes, Christelle, we are working on these new features as we speak. And thank you, Christelle, for being attuned to what's out there and blogging about our app. So, one more thing I'd like to say about when an initiative or group of schools use it and they're implementing and they want a comprehensive character development program is when they start, this is what we've seen, is when they start with the app in the very beginning of the initiative, they're finding that the program is streamlined and well received, and it seems to work. There's a seamless transition with the integration of character. So this is just a little bit about what we're doing out there in our Instagram and Pinterest. You can find us at Character Counts App. Just a few of the posts, just wanted to share with you. If you'd like to get on there and follow, comment, pin, share, like, that would be great. Okay, so pricing and access. So right now the app is $49.99 for an annual subscription, which is a phenomenal deal compared to you'd have to buy hundreds of dollars worth of books to get the content that's in there. And this is filtered all for you, as we talked about. But we're offering this today for you, a 14-day free trial with this passcode. If you just go to your website, CharacterDaily.com, and just click on the web app while you're on your computer and just create a new account. And when it asks for passcode, make sure you put this number in here, 062-200, and you will receive a 14-day free trial. And I think that's it.
Thank you so much. It was incredibly informative, and I had questions rolling in as you were presenting. So I think as you were going through, a few of them did get answered, but there's a few other lingering ones out there. So, so I will jump into that. The first one I wanted to get to, someone mentioned there's so many great features in the app, and they're curious how to know, what teachers utilize the most. Is there any way that you've been able to figure out what they find is most useful?
Yeah, that's a great question. We do in our analytics, we use Firebase Analytics, and are really features that the first one is really the pillar setting. Teachers love. So for example, a school may say, okay, this is going to be our pillar for the month, and they'll go through the first 6 months of pillars, and say a teacher comes in on a Monday morning, and just like I said, right, they come in and they're like, gosh, my kids are a mess today. I think I need something like on positivity. So they'll go in and they can change, and they can go to caring, maybe. They maybe want to change the pillar to caring or to whatever they need. And they can continue to find lessons in there until they go back to their pillar setting and hit reset, and it goes back to the default setting that they had it on initially. So pillar setting is one. The other one, they love the songs, and the search feature is very popular as well. I mean, I could go right down the list, but they're the top three. I know resources.
Oh, yeah. It's great. I will say visually for me, my background's actually in art, and I just love how it just pops. It's very vibrant. There's, as you were just going through and scrolling through as well, Jeannie, going through that presentation, all the colors just popped out at me constantly. So it's just very engaging. Great. Another question that came in is, how did the COVID era of the digital classroom affect the development of the app, and what features specifically have been helpful, do you think, for home learning versus in classroom?
Yeah, we developed, for example, we're really looking at the student and the parent portal. we're getting more and more feedback that parents want to use this at home, which they can very easily. But we want to really personalize it to the parents. So we're really working on that end. The classroom feature has been super helpful. Principals like to be able to go in, and now they can do this for their teachers. That I think teachers during this COVID time, overwhelmed, right? And I think that's an understatement. Like the first 3 or 4 months, everyone's navigating, everyone's out there trying to figure out, like, oh my gosh, how am I going to teach this virtually? So they had a lot on their plate already, and we didn't want to add more to it. So, having that share feature in the classrooms has been super helpful. And just the organization feature in the classrooms, that you can just press a button and it's there, and having everything filtered in the search area as well by grade and by topic.
And we kind of touched on this when you just answered, but the other question was, another one is, how do parents use the app, or do parents use the app right now? And if they're not currently, I guess, will there be usage for them in the future?
It's fun. We had a comment from a parent that said, I'm ready to pull my hair out. I mean, what am I going to do with my kids next? They've done all the cards and the board games and everything. And they're like, the teacher told me about this app they were doing and the whole thing. So they actually went on to a lesson, and they did a fun lesson. I think it was filling the bowl up with all the junk you have in your life, and then pulling out the priorities. And she said it was a fun game. And a lot of them are that way. They're like games. They're interactive. And also, I had mentioned the daily inspiration. I know that's been a real popular one. We've got a school district who's using it. They've got 21 schools, and they love the daily inspiration. And parents are using that as well at home. And the quote, because they're easy to pull out, right? They're easy to tease out some good, valuable nuggets and teaching lessons.
The parent thing is hot right now, just so you know. So the parent portal, are wondering if it kind of looks the same as the app. And then, do teachers create the content for their parents in the classroom? How is that kind of being managed?
So the parent piece we're working on, and we're getting great feedback on that. We're doing parent focus groups, and what would they use? How would they use it? How to make it as easy for them as possible. What was the
envision? The teachers will be actually selecting the content to then push along to the parents?
Absolutely.
Okay.
That's why we had that share feature in there. Sharing the whole classroom, sharing specific content. Teachers being able to say, oh, these are the 5 lessons we worked on this week. And, you don't want to say homework. You want them to develop these habits of healthy living. And for the parents to have it, it's just a great conversation starter.
Absolutely. Well, I think the fact that the content has been vetted, I would say, there's a confidence, I think, probably for parents to know something that's been kind of stamped and approved in terms of what, what content's being shared. So what about parents who homeschool? Is that, is there a potential in that area right now?
Absolutely, yeah. We're partnering with a homeschool organization, and we're involved in their expo, their virtual expo, for a whole year. And this is for any educator. Right now, everyone's at home or a hybrid of something. And I think getting into the habit of doing something like this, seeing how easy it is. Like, most people probably wouldn't be using it, right? If it weren't for, these digital, explosion. And it's like, wow, everyone else is doing it, and everyone else has apps. I think I'll get an app. So
right.
Just to do it and see how simple it is to download and access and just look at something every day.
I was curious, and also another question is, as the app has been rolled out, especially in this last year during COVID, obviously I think we all know that there is a high need for this information and this kind of content for students. Are you finding increased interest during this time, and what's going on with potential new clients? I know we personally love utilizing the app, but I'm sure we're not the only ones. So
yeah, we're getting creative, right? We partner with an organization that actually, through their membership, they want to now offer the app. So it's becoming part of their package. People are seeing the value in it, right? I think career readiness is a big thing, and realizing that, you know, employers are hiring for your talent and skill, but they really keep for character. And going into businesses and talking to different organizations, you know, colleges about this app. It's very simple. We were just it just had someone buy it on, and I only know this because I'm always looking at our analytics, buy it through social media. Someone who owns a youth organization and is working with kids on entrepreneurship. And now I see that they bought this. So I can't wait to follow up with them and I'm going to ask them for feedback. You know, if I'd known they wanted to do this, I probably would have given them a free trial, but they bought it, which is a big statement, right?
Absolutely.
So that's really exciting. So there are many different areas that this learning character is universal, right? It's not just for youth. It's for the adult. It's for those out in the career workforce. So it spans quite an age group. But, you know, as we always say, the younger you can get kids creating those habits, the more sustainable it'll be.
Well, I think so we're getting close on time, just to be mindful of that. So we're coming up to 12:45 now. So I just wanted to see if I have any last minute questions rolling in. Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad it was a good presentation. So if there's anything else, or Jeannie, anything else that you want to say before we kind of wrap up?
No, I'm just really excited to be here. I love talking about the app, and I just think we have a lot of good things planned. And I know we'll be planning a whole lot more in the future. And, you know, technology, this is where it's at, right? And to be able to teach character in a virtual way and create good habits and help these kids and just people in general. Just very excited about it.
Absolutely. Well, we're grateful that you've been on the cutting edge of this, because I know we were very helpful. It's been very helpful for us in terms of us being able to utilize it in our initiative and with our clients. And thank you for being with us today, Jeannie. We really appreciate it. And if anyone has questions after this, there will be this video presentation will be up on the Citrus website. So that'll be there with obviously Jeannie's information with the presentation that she went over today. So thank you again, everyone, for joining us. And Jeannie, thank you for the great presentation. And we look forward to speaking to everybody soon.
Thank you.